Friends, and welcome back. It's been a while since I posted. I'm not stopping the build at this point, but what I am doing, and I've got a lot of PMs and stuff about it because we haven't been posting any videos lately. There's a reason for that. Now, I'm at the point where I'm getting ready to cut this plane off the jig and do the underside. But before I do that, I am talking about Lenny at Shannon Machine. And we're going to make landing gear for this. So, if you guys have not bought your landing gear, those of you out there that are building this, hold off on it for a little while. Because I really think you're going to enjoy what we're getting ready to do here. These are going to be at a realistic price. And they will more than likely be air. They can be modified to run on electric. However, tried and true, air, in my opinion, really is a really good way to go. And that's what I am going to be doing now. Now, I will be mounting the air cylinders up into here. We'll just get this guy off here for a second. We're going to mount them down in here somewhere. Now, what I'm doing is getting ready to actually go. Before I flip this up, I'm going to actually separate the airplane and I'm going to finish sheeting it in two pieces. And the reason for that is because the airplane is solid as a brick right now. And the reason I have not cut it off is just I have not had a lot of time. I'm working on a real airplane as well as this that I'm getting ready to recover. And this is what it's about. This is off an LSA and I do work on real airplanes, and sometimes you got to do this to pay for that. So, I've got some really interesting news on the LSA that I'm doing too. It's actually a very famous airplane. And I'll show a little videos of that as well as I get into it. And once the rest of the airframe shows up, then I'll show you what's going on. But we'll just put it this way. You know, when it comes to actual instrumentation and stuff like that, we ain't messing around. So we're actually going to be putting in, you know, I'm going to be doing some installs of some real deals. This is what I do for a living, guys. I'm an AMT. I do avionics and I build real airplanes. So the one big thing is, this is no different than what you would do on a real one. It takes a lot of special care. So sometimes you just got to put things on hold until other things come out. Now, the other thing we're going to be doing here is that we are going to be starting an F100 as well. And we are going to be moving into a new shop here very shortly. Reason being for it is we're out of room. And we're going to have about 3 airplanes in here as well as real ones. So we are going to be going in and getting it. Now, since I've talked to you guys last, I have gone and started doing the wing tips, and I've laminated them. They've been clamped for a week now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get those shaped up, start getting these, and then we'll start building some servo boxes. And we will more than likely put the fuselage aside, and then we will go to the wings and get them sheeted up. And we got some special blocks that got to go in there. And I'll go over that with you guys a little bit more as we get to that point. But don't hurry your airplanes. If you don't have what you're going to use, don't do it. I mean, it's ridiculous to go in there and start building things when you don't have everything. You know, servos and things like that. You want to make sure that you're getting certain ones. Now, guys, you're going to want, if you guys have asked me about servos and things like that, I would go high-tech or Savox. Or if you can afford them or whatever, you can go with anything you really want to go. It depends on how deep your pockets are. Personally, I am using 1258 Savoxes in the tail and in the elevators, as well as the flaps and the ailerons. These will be lineal actuators that will come out and open these up, as well as that's going to open and close the canopy. So there's a few things. There's a lot of micro servos that go in for the gear doors and other things like that. And I am preferring to do them, but I'm probably going to wind up plumbing this thing for air. Since it's something I'm used to, it's preference. I've never used electric gear, but I've been hearing an awful lot of people saying I'd reconsider before, you know, making a decision to make that big jump to electric, because it's just, sure, air is kind of another deal. You're going to need a compressor, an air pump of some sort. But you know what? I don't mind working on the airplane in the field. I like it when people come up there and you see you're setting it up. There's a lot going in here. You know, it is basically a $10,000 airplane when you're done. So, you know, you're getting away with a lot of different things. But in the meantime, I am sitting here with my better half, and we're going to enjoy some of this for a change. And don't do it very often. That'll probably last 5 years, but since the last one's only lasted 2 months, we'll let you figure out the math, what's really going on here. And it's like I say, guys, get inspired, get out there and build something. But there's only one way to do it, and that's the right way. So get out, enjoy the build, do it right. There's a lot of cool things that are going to go on in here, and a lot of things I'm going to be bringing up in the near future. And there's ways to work around it. So we'll probably wind up building up the canopy. We can do some glassing on there. We'll get these done. We'll get them glassed. We'll get everything else finished up and get it glassed. Get the wings done. Start working on getting those ready to go. That's why we're waiting on retracts. And the main thing is, your 90-degree retracts are not the issue. The nose is. And I don't, in case you guys are wondering, that nose, when you see it in that block is thick as hell. And you can see that you're not going to have a lot of room. But that door opening there is not scale. So we need to widen this out and beef it up and build it up all the way down to accept the gear door. So I'm not going to do that until I have the retracts, and I'm not going to do it simply for the fact is the wheel's going to retract and rotate just like the real one. So that's how we got to do this. And that's just on this build. If you're going to use the Electron or the BehoTech retracts, then by all means, you know, go ahead, sheet it up, cut them in, do whatever you're going to do if you have them. But I would not sheet the bottom of this nose all the way across here until you have actually gone in and actually fit your retract so you can get it. But anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you guys in the funny papers. And, you know, hopefully your build is going really good. Until then, God bless. We'll see you guys later.